We should be back now. Refresh my page and see. Maybe. This thing is a liar then.
What?
Okay, there it goes on Twitch. And there it goes on YouTube. Okay, we're back. All right. So, felt like the YouTube thing wasn't coming back. Twitch was up. All right, so we're back. We just listened to Cyclone No More demo. Next up in the queue is Duffy. I was just kidding. Says Future ain't even this toxic. Bert, how you feel about toxic music?
I'm here for it. I think more toxicity is what we need in today's society.
More from men, more from women, or both?
Both. I think everyone should just be the worst version of themselves, and that's what's going to create a stronger bond in society.
Okay. Here's Duffy with that toxic energy that you crave and you demand so much.
Was this
Duffy?
This guy was in the tournament, right?
I don't think so. I don't recall this person.
No one wanna admit it, my ego don't forbid it. Don't take it too personal, cause I was just kidding. You act all submissive and I could be committed, but I don't really love you, baby, I was just kidding. No, I won't admit it, my ego gon' forbid it. Don't take it too personal, cause I was just kidding. You act all submissive and I could be committed, but I don't really love you, baby, I was just kidding. Find my bitch when I'm bored, bitch do me raw. Yeah, still fucking till 6 in the morning. Flood, how she dripping on the dick, it's reward. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I admit it, I'm the cause, you said this state. Let's press record, I get it, stick your shit is warm. Post up a pit like, are you sure? I'm just trying to flip a couple racks like quick as I've been poor. Taking dick all on the floor, then fuck you bitch until you saw. This could all be very different if all this shit was explored, but this is way too many bitches want this dick I can't ignore. Everybody know that Duffy always been in self-absorbed, so don't be getting no attachments on the shit and you've been warned now. You say that you love me, but bitch I don't recall, and now you're telling every bitch all in your corner I'm a fraud, bitch. Been all up in my room and crawling on the floors. Should be yawning in the morning before it's calling on the Lord, yeah. No, I won't admit it, my ego don't forbid it. Don't take it too personal, cause I was just kidding. You act all submissive and I could be committed, but I don't really love you, baby, I was just kidding. No, I won't admit it, my ego gon' forbid it. Don't take it too personal, cause I was just kidding. You act all submissive and I could be committed, but I don't really love you, baby, I was just kidding. I don't mean to be your bother, I ain't gon' leave your ass with honor. Sometimes I wonder if I might be becoming like my father, and that's just what fucking scares me, man. If I'm just gonna be honest, as I get older, my says I look just like it makes it harder. I'm just trying to be honest and modest, like I was Islamic, but honestly I find myself shutting up about my problems. You out here trying to start up fresh and water like a garden, and sometimes I wonder which part it will be your final pardon. So I just push it farther till one day you'll be departing, and I'm always the villain, that's my role that I play my part in. I'm proud to be a part of something I act like I have no part of, because I can do what the fuck I want, I go disregarded. Then I come back and fuck her when she finds someone new. Fuck that shit up forever, girl, I'm the only one for you. Don't ever think of moving on, cause if you do I'll just come back and make you twitch for an hour after I'm done with fucking you. No, I won't admit it, my ego don't forbid it. Don't take it too personal, cause I was just kidding. You act all submissive.
Twitch for an hour. This man talks a big game.
Yeah. That was Duffy with I was just kidding. I think okay. Jesus Christ. I think Future's
Organize your
probably
thoughts.
a little bit more toxic than what I heard here. So my thoughts is first verse, overuse of the word bitch. You said bitch like 40 times in one verse. It just got worn out. Second verse was full of just like cluttered lines that needed more spacing, and better performance overall. I would say is like you just performed a very flat line. Like in the same essence that we just told Cyclone that he wasn't really singing, he was just like kind of reading it. You basically sound like that throughout the entirety, especially in the hook. I don't want to admit it, I would just forget it. Like there's no energy behind what you're saying. So it's like I basically feel like I'm listening to a brain dead zombie tell me about how many bitches that he just fucked. But instead of I don't know. It just it lacks charisma, it lacks energy, it lacks gumption. Um, and I think that the writing could be better. Um, and that's coming from me, Mister. I don't care about the lyrics, so I just think that there's lots of room for improvement here. But I understand the direction that you're headed in. I will give it a 4.
I mean, I agree with all the things that Dice said, but I'm not so low on it. I do see a lot of technical skill here. I think, especially in that area where you were rapping and then you were kind of sing rapping along with it in the background, that was kind of perfectly balanced. And I think a interesting little earworm that switched it up. But I do wish that just in general, the whole thing had kind of that sort of energy. Because yeah, the hook was probably the worst part of it in terms of like it just sounded like you didn't care, which made it kind of a hard listen. I think with a little bit more charisma and a little bit more like, I don't want to admit it, I was just kidding, and then like having like layers of on the rhyme parts. I think it could still be very serviceable. It's just from a technical standpoint, felt like it lacked energy. But I do love the idea of you sending this to any of the women you've slept with and being like, there, bitch, have it.
The nail in the coffin.
Remember when I left you twitching for an hour? Go back to your man now. I'm at a 6. I'm at a 6.
All right. Next up, our resident rage person, Fat Beanie.
A
very aggressive horror song. I'm playing Russian roulette with you. I'm currently working on an album, so hadn't posted anything new as of now. Okay. So
you know what? I just gotta give props where props are due. Fat Beanie is consistently posting all sorts of stuff and consistently watches the show back and always gives us feedback on our feedback, which I love. I love it, and he takes it all in stride too. Sometimes we say crazy things on this show, and the fact that you can appreciate it is great. Shout out.
Shout out Fat Beanie. Here is Russian roulette. That was Fat Beanie with Russian roulette. And respectfully, Fat Beanie, I don't fucking get it. I just don't understand what you heard in that beat that made you feel like I need to put vocals on top of it.
Yeah. Imagine hearing that and be like, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. No, that's not the one. It's not even the 2, the 3. It's not even the 100th. That is the last. It's the nth. It's infinitely bad. I hate the beat. I think that you always have strong vocal performances. You have a unique style. You do what you do very well. Your ear for beats is dog shit.
That's the best way to sum it up.
I respect you as a human being, as a person, as an artist, but your ear for beats is dog shit. I just can't accept this as a quality product because of the beat alone, regardless of like how I wanted to feel better about the vocal performance. But I'll be fair with you. As usual, you do what you came to do, and I will just give it a 5 begrudgingly, but I want to give it a 1 because of the beat.
That beat might be the worst thing that's happened to me all year. I mean, it's still early, who knows? Medical diagnoses, homelessness, anything can happen. I still think this would be the worst thing to happen to me all year, regardless. That beat, fucking dog shit, as Dice said. Simultaneously, the most loud, obnoxious bullshit, and also I still had to turn it up to even hear it. That was interesting, right? Like, it was just overall super low, which good, just turn it all the way down. But yeah, from a technical standpoint, if you insist on making this cracked out, server music, it would only make sense that you have it at a normalized level. But I hated it. I hated it. And I do think that the vocal performance was good. But also I'm going to docket some points for kind of you just saying whatever and not really putting what seemed like a lot of thought into the lyrics to me. It didn't seem like you tried very hard on this one. So I'm going to give it a 4. And the majority of the pain and suffering that happened to me was from the beat.
Good Lord, man. I wish I could be in the room with somebody one day where they're going through beats and they're like, that's the one. So I can question what their motive is and how they find inspiration on something so obnoxious.
I genuinely am curious too. Like, I'd love to have that conversation with Fat Beanie when he, sees this and then, pops up into the server to inevitably be like, you guys are fucking old. I'd love to hear from your perspective, what stood out to you about that beat to be like, yeah, this shit's hard.
Yeah, that's genuine.
Was it the clicking? Was it the times where it just went out of band, out of frequency?
Genuinely want to know, like, when you're selecting a beats, why this one? Why this one over the? And I know people like Adon and others hate. They're like, oh, I hate tight beats. Like, why this one over like all the other options that you have available to your beautiful fingertips? Why did you settle in on this one? I'm genuinely curious, despite any of the humorous comments I may have just made in the last 5 minutes. All entertainment, folks. Dog shit beat. Ha 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 ha. Funny.
But maybe. Also dog shit.
Dog shit, yeah.
Whoever produced that, stop. Stop doing what you're doing to the world.
Let me know who the producer is so I never look them up again. I love watching the Instagram reels where people like do something horrible and they're like, yeah, let me know how to contact you so that I never do that. Or can you not ever do this again? All right. Next up, Pag MC, some hell of a life type shit, which I think is type shit, shortened. Here is Escape.
Speaking of shortened, 4 minutes and 37 seconds. That's my first feedback. No way. Absolutely not.
Do que adianta eu chegar e falar se não tem nada interessante para escutar? E todo olhar de vocês eu vim cobrar. Sei que não está realmente a me escutar. Eu sinto raiva de tudo que há no mundo, de toda a maldade do imundo e do injusto. O que me sobra é o bem que poucos têm. Cada vez vai diminuindo, é tipo um vai e vem. Famílias estão sofrendo e outros na mansão. E eu não ligo se é clichê, não ligo pra sua opinião. Eu falo disso porque ainda vejo isso. Isso é clichê é porque não resolveram o ocorrido. Não parar, não posso parar, não devo aceitar. E de pouquinho em pouco eu vou melhorar, pra eu escapar, pois esse sistema nunca parou de escravizar. Deu um celular no celular, deu bem ao seu filho, menina ou menino, não importa isso, não mal influenciar, você conhece os riscos, continua com isso, tá criando um bicho, e eu sei disso, porque eu convivi, ninguém da família ou menos do que eu já vi, seja drogado, viciado, traumatizado, bebida também é droga, tá no mesmo buraco, não venha contestar, ela me fez passar um bocado, não existe nada pior do que o pai viciado em álcool, eu não deveria passar por isso, era um menino, vários milagres conspiraram pra eu estar vivo. Não parar, não posso parar, não devo aceitar. E de pouquinho em pouco eu vou melhorar, pra eu escapar, pois esse sistema nunca parou de escravizar. Nunca parou de escravizar, tenho mais a falar. Hoje o escravo que paga pra continuar e gasta pra continuar vivo. E muitos não percebem que isso é um ciclo. Chega um pai ou uma mãe para o seu filho. Quero que se forme nisso, quero que seja isso, quero que seja doutor pra cuidar de nós idosos. Não aproveita a vida e tudinho vira osso. Não vai pelos outros, não aceite crítica construtiva de quem não construiu nada. Do tipo, eu sou o povo, nem que isso signifique. E põe a raça sua espada, Não parar, não posso parar, não devo aceitar. E de pouquinho em pouco eu vou melhorar, pra eu escapar, pois esse sistema nunca parou de escravizar.
There's not another minute, is there? I think it's probably done.
Não parar, não posso parar, não devo aceitar. E de pouquinho em pouco eu vou melhorar, pra eu escapar, pois esse sistema nunca parou de escravizar.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
At first, I was totally ready to shit all over this and say, what the fuck happened here? But then I had to take a step back and remember what you said in your short comment, Some Hell of a Life. And then one of my favorite songs by Kanye West, actually. So then I had to say, okay, how can I compare this to Hell of a Life and then critique it from that standpoint? I see what you were trying to do. You have this big, well, supposedly big production that you want to give some boom to. Like the production is supposed to stand out when you're not saying anything. And the feeling isn't there because of the vocals. The mix on the vocals, it's like muffly, but then also like, especially in that, like, it's so fucking long. I can't tell whether it was the second or the third verse. It just sounds like you're just mumbling at that point. You're just kind of like meandering and you're saying whatever to fill the space. And like, it doesn't have the crispness and the sharpness of Kanye's Hell of a Life. So like, if I put it side by side, like when I'm hearing Kanye's vocals, it's very like present, it's on top of the beat. When I'm hearing yours, it's kind of like muffled. There's a lot of like breath noises, like you got to fade in and fade out your breaths because we can hear you go and then you're starting stuff. Like your song lacks polish. If I had to say, this is supposed to give me Hell of a Life vibes, and it's not that you did a bad job, it's just like, okay, there's things technically that are inconsistent here. And then if I had to critique the beat, which I'm assuming that you made, it it's missing some element that makes it like, I don't know, it give me a little bit more feeling. I really like your hooks. You did a great job on the hook. Just everything else kind of like missed the mark, I would say. And I wouldn't say by a long shot. It's just it doesn't quite resonate with what you're trying to mimic. So respectfully, I'll give it a 6 because after I took a step back, okay, I see the vision of what you were trying to do. It's just technically not in the same vein. And so it just feels like a weak clone version of what Kanye did.
I haven't heard Hell of a Life by Kanye, so I don't really have that context to compare and
It's
contrast
on
from.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. No
Um,
more drugs for me. Na 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 na.
oh, sure.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's very different.
yeah. Very
Okay.
different. That's why I said I had to like hold on, wait a second. Let me think about what he was trying to do here.
Put in context, that helps a little bit. But just I hated the beat. The beat was exhausting.
Yeah,
It kind of reminded me like all of the drum stuff happening in the background constantly was fucking infuriating. It's kind of like if a bug crawled into your ear while you were sleeping and you woke up and it was scratching at the inner lining of your brain wall. That's what that fucking beat did to me. Unpleasant. It's like if you go over to your friend's house at a New Year's Eve party and they have like kids, and then they have one of those things that like they circle around and
yeah.
it like rattles,
The
like
noisemaker.
yeah, and they're just doing it constantly, and you're like, I'm trying to catch up with my friend, and his fucking little 4-year-old is ratcheting in my ear. That's what this beat is. A fucking 4-year-old with a noisemaker. Unpleasant. From a technical standpoint, to be a little bit more fair, I think you did all right on this. Like Dice said, there was just some areas that lacked a little polish. I think layers would help, especially in the verse parts. On the chorus, it sounded like there were some layers kind of further in the background to strengthen some of the singing. And it was kind of a catchy melody, but I think you needed to kind of emphasize those background layers more to make it stand out over such a busy beat. But like I was listening in the verse parts where you're kind of sing rapping, and it kind of sounded, because there was only one layer, like somebody who's talking up and down and just go like this, and it's just like no, like that's not the move. It would be a little bit more comfortable to either pick a lane, or if you're gonna be like, I want to sing rap for this section, I think you have to have some layers on it to strengthen the parts and emphasize the parts melodically. So those are just some technical tips off the bat. I'd give this one a 5, mostly from just how much I hate the beat.
Word. Shout out Pag MC. Next up, Gums. Don't cry.
Here's kind of a philosophical question, Dice. As we're, obviously this is all subjective and we're just saying our first reactions, but how fair is it to, rate a song real low because the beat's fucking dog shit?
I think it's fair because beat selection.
Most people listen to anyways.
Beat selection, and I would say this: the feeling of the beat drives like how you craft the song around it. So if you pick a bad beat, the same way we tell bad Fat Beanies, like, yo, I don't like the beat, even though it like you ended up crafting a good song around it, I still hate the beat. And if I don't like the beat, I'm less likely to return to the like I've never heard a great song lyrically or performance wise that I'm like, you know what, it's so good that I can disregard the beat. Like if the beat's bad, it's like 50% of the song at that point. It's the same way I would do like the writer's credits. The producer gets 50% of the credits for the writing. So if I hate 50% of your song, that's already half of a reason for me to never listen again.
Yeah. Well put.
Yeah. So hopefully Gums has a good beat. We'll see. It's the video. Any sound? No
It's
sound.
muted.
No.
It's muted.
That's obvious. Of course it's muted. All right. Here we go.
Produced by Picture.
Come on, we'll be all alone.
I've been terrorized, hard to cherish life. I can't feel a thing and she left me paralyzed. And a pair of eyes, when they pair with mine, I see the truth of our youth that she do disguise. But she cannot hide how she feels inside. When her face meets mine, looks like she gon' fucking cry. Told her please don't cry, baby please don't cry. Cause if you cry, you gon' make me wanna fucking try. Yeah, my life's a blur, and this shit just keeps getting worse. Think this shit's been cursed ever since my birth, till it isn't in a hearse. Put me under the dirt with the fucking worms, just food for the birds. So they starting to chirp, did I mean nothing to her? She said no, fuck you for sure, cause you be fucking the worst. You get the fuck on my nerves, you broke my heart in a verse, and now you cannot reverse. But now you're trying to say you're sorry, yeah, but sorry won't work. And I don't mean to crash your party, but the party's dispersed. And I won't say that this the last, cause it's hardly the first. And I'm not digging up the past while you tossing the dirt. Let's just leave it unearthed. I've been terrorized, hard to cherish life. I can't feel a thing and she left me paralyzed. And a pair of eyes, when they pair with mine, I see the truth of our youth that she do disguise. But she cannot hide how she feels inside. When her face meets mine, looks like she gon' fucking cry. Told her please don't cry, baby please don't cry. Cause if you cry, you gon' make me wanna fucking try. Yeah, my life's a blur, and this shit just keeps getting worse. Think this shit's been cursed ever since my birth, till it isn't in a hearse. Put me under the dirt with the fucking worms, just food for the birds. So they starting to chirp, did I mean nothing to her? She said no, fuck you for sure, cause you be fucking the worst.
All right, that was Don't Cry by Gums.
All right, here's my take. I liked it, but it had a lot of technical flaws that are infuriating. Because it's like I want it to be a 10. I was rooting for this song. I liked the guitar. I liked his tone over it. I think it was well performed. But for a technical standpoint, like the mix was just a little off. Like it felt like the drums needed to be upped a little and the vocals seemed a little present on the beat. And then on top of that, there was kind of like this kind of harshness to the vocals, like this like, you know, needed maybe a de-esser or something. Like it just felt a little harsh in the mix. The worst or the biggest kind of flaw with this, I'd say, is the writing. I felt like there was a lot of filler, and we talk about this sometimes where it's like I could tell there were sections where it's like, oh, you're like doing internal rhymes and you're doing all these other things, and then there was other times where it felt like you rushed it because you're like, you know, I'm in the fucking dirt with the fucking worms, the shit, blah blah blah, bitch, but and it just like, I get what you're trying to do, which is you have this time signature and you have a little cadence, you have a little pattern that you're doing. And, you know, there's a certain amount of syllables to fit in with that pattern and to kind of vibe with it. You got that. You nailed that. You locked it down. But because you overused all of the swear words just as filler to kind of put in those extra syllables, it kind of lost the value. It lost the meaning, and it just kind of became a little bit brainless, I'd say. Just put that shit in the fucking dirt, fucking worms. We've talked about it before. I don't know how to describe it better right now, but too much swear words as filler. I think you could write better, and I think redo this song without all of the filler, and it's going to be stronger. So I'm at a 7. I liked it where it's at. Frustrating with some of the technicalities.
Yeah, 1000% what Bird said. The first verse just full of fucking fuck fuck fuck. It just didn't add any value to what you were trying to say. Um, the thing that I was gonna say is I didn't like how the verses started. Like it felt awkward when it started. Like I really got into the end of that first verse when you started to really harmonize and like get into the flow of things. I felt like that was a better approach to this than how you started the verses where it was like kind of rappy, but like Bird said, it was just full of filler. Like, and I think maybe that's the problem is like when you were trying to pure rap, it was just too much filler. And then when you started expanding and actually like singing those lines, it's like, oh, that you filled it out and you don't need to add these fuck this and fuck that and fucking this. Like you didn't need all the filler because you started like maximizing your vocal range within the lines. So like Bird said, if you rewrite some of this and drop the filler and maybe just go full on like I'm gonna harmonize this and I don't need to necessarily rap into the verse. I think that that would be a better take of this. But yeah, the mix was harsh, a little bit tinny in the mid high frequencies, too loud on the beat. I'd give it a 6.5 because I think there's something there. It's just technicalities that held it back. All right. Let's see how many do we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Sartorius is back.
Sartorius.
Yo,
So.
Sartorius. But first up, here's Zax with Legend.
Liking already.
Too soon.
Don't fuck it up, Zach.
That was Zax with Legend. I like this for what it is. It's a short little guitar-y rock-ish type beat. I like the balance of the sounds. I'm inclined, maybe because we've been like breaking down the last several songs so much, to not really overthink this one. And I think I appreciate the guitars, assuming that you played the guitars on this one, because it felt like a long piece and not like a looped sample. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I will, because Dice, hint hint, shut up. I won't over expand on this one, I guess.
You can expand if you want to. I didn't have a lot of thoughts on this one after like breaking down the last few songs. I would say
maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to anymore. No, I think I liked the guitar. I liked like the intro right off the bat. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna be into it. I do think that like the drums need to be harder. I think that was just the biggest piece to me, is like it was kind of an afterthought in the beat. And I think if this was to be used by an artist, making those drums a little bit louder, maybe even adding an extra kick inside of them, could strengthen the overall thing. I'll do an 8.
Word. Next up, Shadows, Project 33.
Ryan.
Oh shit,
Get you going.
a little bit. Who is she?
Number, please.
I like the sounds. Where'd they go? I think I know where I'm at on this. I like this a lot. This is Shadows Project 33. I think the kick definitely needs to be more body to it. It needs more punch. The kick is kind of just a very flat, reserved kick. I wasn't quite sure how I felt when you took the bass line out, but it's okay. Like maybe I just need to like resonate with it a little bit more. But I like this overall in general. I just wish the kick was harder. I give this 8.
Yeah, for me, I really liked the drums. I think those were standout. I didn't necessarily have anything wrong with the kick. At least I didn't notice it. Not to say that, not to detract from what Dice is saying. It didn't stick out to
Fuck
me.
out of me.
Yeah, fuck me, right? But like, for me, I agree when that part, both of us were kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
it was kind of a bummer when that part went away. I was like, oh man, I liked where it was going.
Yeah.
And so that was just, the progression. I was like, and also I'll just say that like, I really like the keys. I like the piano. But there were sections where it kind of felt a little empty, right? You like twinkle on the pianos a little bit and like let it just kind of sit there. And that's fine. Like that's a choice. But just as I'm sitting here listening, I'm like, oh man, this feels a little empty. Good thing we have these strong drums. So that was my first reaction. I'd give it a 7.
Word. Next up, Muse Sick. Ain't That a Bitch? Let's see what he's got this time.
Ain't that a bitch? Uncomfortable beat already.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat. Next.
there
Why?
respectfully, music, I hate the beat. The beat
Respectfully, fuck that.
the beat is the beat is a confusing mess of just let me just slap together a bunch of shit and as much as I can respect a good here's a solo for this guitar, this keyboard, the synthesizer. By the time I got to that at the end, I was like, I'm fucking over this beat. This song should have started at 1 minute and 20 seconds. Like that whole section at the beginning, hated it. And then you did the section at 1 minute 20 seconds, and then you went back to similar of the beginning. It's just a confusing mess to me, and I didn't. As strong as your vocal performances are, I didn't like this overall, and there was only like a 20-second period of it that I really enjoyed.
It's the rap part, right?
The rap part, yeah, and
Yeah.
overall the vocals were low. I'm giving like a disappointed 4 to this because I don't know how to like this any more than I could.
Yeah, man, this was a tough listen from the start. Only for the fact, like Dice said, the first minute was just garbage beat. The instrumental, like, and again, like maybe this is your band, maybe this is you tweaking stuff on an MPC. I don't know. All I know is, cut it out. Cut out the entire first part. And the singing part, like I wanted to like it. I wanted, I think you have a good voice. It just wasn't matching up with this garbage instrumental the way that I wanted it to. But there were like a lot of parts from a technical perspective where I'm like, oh, damn, like he's got this skill, he's got that skill. Like, oh, he can sing. Oh, he can growl. Oh, they're rapping now. Like Dice said, the most strong part was like, holy shit, there's a 20-second increment in there where it's like dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And I liked the transitions of like, oh, now he's screaming, and like I just wish the beat was stronger and that it made more sense together. And I think maybe from a, zooming out from a outsider's perspective, maybe that's the hardest part right now of me analyzing music is it feels like they want to do everything at once.
Yeah.
They want to be everything, but because they're trying to do everything all at once, then it kind of loses a little bit of its like, well, what is this? How to make it make sense to me, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know if I can go higher than a 4 either. I want to like it more because there's a lot of skill involved.
I think that music is ultra talented from a rap and rock perspective. I don't need to hear all of those talents on every single track is where I think he struggles, is like, oh, I got to do some rock on this, but I want to rap a little bit. Oh, wait, let me sing a little bit. Like, I don't... Sure, there's
add the death metal scream.
Yeah, sure, there's times where that works, but I feel like we've heard at least 3 or 4 times now where you've tried to incorporate every style into a track and it just doesn't transition well. It doesn't fit sonically. So I think this is probably the least favorite example of that.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more left in the queue. First up, Drippy K, Big B Canadian. Okay. Also, shout out Swagleen. Let's go Bears.
Let's go Seahawks, baby.
Oh, calm down. Tension here. A little bit of tension in there.
I said it. I said what I said.
Okay. We'll
hell of a win last night, the Bears. Do you watch football at all, Dice?
Occasionally. I saw that they scored 26 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Dude, the Packers were like, oh, we're doing too good. We're the Packers. We got to fuck this up somehow. They were up 21-3 at half and then just decided, we shouldn't.
We're done here. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go home, guys.
Hell of a game.
Oh.
Let's see what Drippy K is about. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Better not
Hey,
say
Drippy.
metal.
I'ma have you start this bitch off. I'm gonna clean that
Hard this
bitch up.
bitch, see my everything. Nigga, you is not my game. Let's get that set in stone. You won't speak on my game. We gon' get your mouth, and you better watch what you say wrong. That bitch from the south of Chicago, you know what we on. Lights, flash, hopping brand new whip, I start off and I get so high that I'm doing it dead. No, Patty, pull up, I'm so fresh and I'm so clean. Come on, they don't song, I'm causing madness. I'm pulling badness, I pull up fast. You shouldn't have that whip, cause you gon' skirt off crash. I'ma take your whip and I'ma skirt off dash. I'ma take your bitch, oh she bad. Damn, damn, damn. Hopping in my bag, in my grocery bag. Rags to the riches, exposed to the rag. That bitch wanna know what it feel like, she never rolled in a jag. All my hoes used to be bad, all my new hoes still bad. You acting feminine, nigga, you must not know your dad. He taking up for you, I might have to show your dad. Spend a couple hundred on you hoes and y'all all go bad. Y'all all go bad, like some stale fruit. I'll pop out in a brand new whip and a new Chanel coupe. I don't wanna smell you, I don't wanna smell you. I'm like, none of y'all get it to me, this shit ain't real. Nigga, you is not my gang. Let's get that set in stone. If you won't speak on my game, we gon' get you dead and gone. The niggas switch up, what the fuck? Like I don't even know what they be on. If it's up, then it's stuck. That's some shit they can't never be on.
She want me to hit her, and every time I just be running with my hitters. I don't want no label, but I be with her. And nigga play it on my game and they give it up. They go up, then they go down. So I'm tryna hit her, baby, single thing that we see. I was tryna get on the stage and then I hopped on the beat. And I'm at Legit BK, I said, let's see how far this go. Come on, they go sign on top, my bitch, we at the stove. Nigga, you is not my game, it's some shit you should know. Pull up in the hellish thing, I'm fucking up the road when it's rain. When it came, I was hanging with gangsters and made me. Your pocket slip, so you shady, it's murder. I'm swerving and dirty, so dirty. I work hard, I earn it. I won't find, I burn it. I put a nigga in his place. Man, fuck the politics, got shot inside his face. And I ain't never been a hoe, so you ain't gon' be the one to say which way this go. I pull up dirty ass before and knock off everyone in that road. And Micro Drake ain't got no aim, bitches blow. Say, bitch, I thought they already know.
Nigga, you is not my gang. Let's get that set in stone. If you won't speak on my game, we gon' get you dead and gone. The niggas switch up, what the fuck? Like I don't even know what they be on. If it's up, then it's stuck. That's some shit they can't never be
I'm
on.
in town, she want me to hit her, and every time I just be running with my hitters. I don't want no label, but I be with her. And nigga play it on my game and they give it up.
I didn't need fucking 4 minutes of that. I did not need to endure that for 4 minutes. Look, Drippy, as good as the hook revision sounded, the mix on this is ass all throughout. It's just like super harsh but low. So it's like it's almost like you have a high pass filter somewhat on like the entirety of the track, and it makes it a hard listen. And lyrically I was under impressed. Like you were like there was one point it was like my old bitches ain't bad, but my new bitches are still bad. Like what are you guys saying? Like
I don't want to smell you.
yeah.
I like that part.
Here's my constructive feedback is I respect a good mixtape remix of classic songs. I don't think that you should stray too far from the original, and I think that outside of the hook, you guys strayed into this new style of like spoken word rap more so than Drake did the melodic flow on the original track. And I think for that reason, I just did not enjoy it, and 4 minutes of it was entirely too long. Maybe if you're going to do something like that, just one verse of it, but I was exceedingly exhausted by the time the second person came in, and it just wasn't a pleasant listen for me. But I'll split the difference with you and give it a 5 and just say this wasn't for me, but mostly on the technicality of the mix and just the performances, it just didn't impress me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough anytime you take just like a world famous, one of the most popular songs ever and try to remake it, because that's always going to be playing in people's heads basically throughout. you know? And that's why generally I try to stay away from that. It's so rare that you're ever gonna do something that's comparable enough. And you kind of pigeonhole yourself because you have to do it similar enough where people, are like, oh yeah, it's kind of like the original. But also, yeah,
Yeah, if you
different enough where
can't
it's
do
unique.
it as good, you have to be better. And that's the
Yeah,
struggle of like remixing, like Burr said, a fucking popular worldwide song.
yeah. So yeah, this one is like, you know, I actually like will give you a lot of props for the hook. I think the hook, like from a technical standpoint, like was really well done. I guess as far as the verses go, like I was missing the original. I was missing. I wasn't a big fan of the spoken word, kind of sing songy talk. Like we're just gonna sing talk,
Yeah.
And I think that maybe as we understand, like a lot of these are freestyled, which lends itself to some of the writing issues and lends itself to some of the timing issues. Like that was my biggest thing is like I didn't even care as much about the lyrics. It sounded good, and I thought you like did a good job with like the auto tune kind of emphasis. Your energy's there, but like it just didn't match the beat, or it didn't like the flow fell off quite a bit throughout some of the verses because you're just kind of sing talking. You know what I mean? And because the auto tune's on there, because there's kind of a style that got carved out for that of like, oh, it doesn't have to hit the snare, it's kind of close enough. It still sort of works, but also it sort of doesn't, and especially when compared to the original, where it was just like A B, just straight up rap. So that was my biggest struggle with it. But overall, not a bad effort. I'd give it a 7.
All right. Last up in the queue, Sotorious. Dusting off the mic for 2026. Unfinished song. Let's take a listen.
Yo, hoodie, is that you? Yo, hoodie, is that you?
Wake up in the morning, check the time. They done looked around, try to change my mind. Got $100, about to pay the fucking fine. I'm a boss hitter, about to nut her up like I'm munching on a Snickers. Gotta hide the phones cause they taking all these pictures. Let me lay the facts down, let's just get it straight now. I ain't fucking with ya. It's cause you wouldn't die for me. Fuck around and lie for me. Why can't you just vibe with me? They said you was blasphemy. I thought you would just blasphemy. I passed you over Glocks. Now I see it's infamy. I thought you was down in infamy, but now you took your shot. I'm not the one to save you. I'm not gonna be a slave to you. You better just run. Let me lay the facts down. Let's just get it straight now. I ain't fucking with ya. It's cause you wouldn't die for me. Die for me. Die for me. It's cause you wouldn't die for me. Die for me. Die for me.
Yo, hoodie, is that you? Yo, hoodie, is
She
that you?
rubbing the genie and hoping for wishes. Guess what? I can make it fruition. Living the life you've been wishing. Assume the position and know that I bow. Now she be calling my line. Press the red button, ignoring a call. Bitches be wasting my time. Stuck on the road, I don't do it for y'all.
Okay. Here's my thoughts. You have the same problems. You have like a combination of problems that Ray Stans has and AD Rocky has. Like you have the Ray Stans problem where you like end every line on a high note, and it's confusing because I'm like, why is the pitch going up so much?
Yes.
And then you also have the AD Rocky issue where you say words strangely sometimes to accommodate whatever tone sound that you're trying to achieve. And I think that is I've been trying to figure out like what is it about his flow that kind of like throws me off sometimes. And I think that's it. It's like you always end your lines at like high, like y'all, all like you keep going up. And like
Yeah.
I don't need you to keep going up at the end of every line because it makes it feel awkward. And
Yep.
then I think that's how you end up saying things awkward. So it was it was a very confusing listen to me because I'm like the flow just didn't fit. I, I'll summarize and say this. I think that you gotta like really figure out how to use your voice in a way that is comfortable because it constantly sounds like you're uncomfortably trying to perform rather than like this is Sotorius, this is who I am, and I'm 1000% behind how I feel when I say this, and you feel it too when I say it. Um, yeah, I think the performance is what's confusing me about this one. I think I'm confused at that point. The beat is fine. The lyrics are okay. It's just the performance is what's throwing me off, and I'll leave it at a 6.
You basically knocked it out of the park with what I was going to say too. It feels like the easiest way to say it is great voice, doesn't know how to use it, but maybe it's not doesn't know how to use it. Maybe it is one of those things. I've seen a filter when my engineer put on some pitch correction where it kind of throws the pitch up. It fucks up the pitch, and then it's like, oh, that's not how I recorded it. What the fuck is that? So then it's a matter of just the QA process of like, all right, is this what I intended when I went into the booth? Because I see where you're going with this, and if it wasn't for the pitch up, I think this would have been fire. But every line was a up, and it's like facts now. That's the strong tone. That's the one that you want. Facts now. I don't have a back down. And then for those ones, add in the layers, right? Add in that layer of those tones and, make sure that those are hitting where they need to in the beat. Because otherwise, it is just kind of a solo single vocal track throughout that just feels awkward tonally. But fuck, I love your voice. And this could be something awesome with the right tones associated with it. I'm gonna give it a 6.
You should be more like the White Collar Rhymes 0 and less like Sotorius.
Honestly, like 0. I mean, I know that's your guy. I have heard like 1 or 2 songs from him, but I can see that being the next progression of Sartorius, because like
He's got a deep
got the
voice.
tones.
I feel like if he figures out how to harmonize with his voice too, he's like gonna be a deadly weapon.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that voice of yours, bro. Shit. If I had that voice, where would I be in 10 years?
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what you cook up for us this year. I was about to say something dangerous about looking forward to tasting farts or whatever the fuck you said in that one song, but hold
Clip that.
But yeah, looking forward to see what you cook up this year. Glad that you're back in it. Miss you on the Discord. And good way to close out the show. So shout out Sartorius, shout out Swaglean, Fallen Dove, Cyclone, Ray Stands, and all the other folks who jumped in today. We'll be back. I'll be back Wednesday. Bird will be in the air somewhere, looking at mountains and praying that when he lands, 1,000 people don't stand up before the unbuckle your seatbelt sign turns on.
Happens every time.
Every fucking time. But he'll be back next Sunday, so drop those tracks or whatever the hell in the queue for next Sunday. We'll be back. I'll be on Wednesday for the subscriber show, and then we'll see you on the Discord. So adios, farewell, and squadoosh, and all those other good things.